Happy Sunday, everybody. Let's go over every game happened on Saturday, December 20th. The first game is the Rockets and the Denver, two heavyweights. Rockets got the win. Well, big reason is Jokic was in foul trouble. This is also one of the reasons that Jokic just cannot play defense. He can't play real defense in the first three quarters because especially the first quarter, he cannot afford to be in foul trouble. He just can't. So when you play against like Shangun or like your opposing center can really go get a bucket, like Embiid for example, Jokic really is just not gonna be. He's not gonna in the first quarter just go at him. He's not trying to commit any fouls. Shangun, not the best game, 8 points, but he's a plus 24. So there was some controversy, right? It's like online you see some clips of him taking the last shot. I didn't watch all the Rockets game, but I remember one of those games like they clearly try to get the ball to KD, but the other team just won't let KD to catch the ball. So Shangun kind of have to take the shot. So it's not like they're being stupid giving Shangun the ball, right? It's just they're not letting KD go one-on-one. KD had a great game here, 10 for 11, 31 points. Good to see him getting some peripheral stats, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. Jabari Smith had 10 rebounds, 22, also decent. And Eamon Thompson, this is good. 2 steals and 2 blocks. He is just not, this year, he's just not getting enough defensive stats. 1.3 steals and 0.6 blocks, playing 37 minutes. Yeah, that's not good enough. He's got to do more. 2 steals and 2 blocks is fine. Sheppard came off the bench. Yeah, he just need to be rostered. He's kind of like Kawhi Weir, where if he gets minutes and certain, he has a lot of upside. 28 points, 6 threes, right? 6 assists with 3 steals and 2 blocks. And the Rockets, they clearly trying to play him because he's just bringing a lot to the offense. Having him, a small dude can do pick and roll with a big guy. Denver Nuggets, Jokic, yeah, probably his worst game of the season. He was also a minus 20. Jamal Murray goes 4 for 13. Bruce Brown came off the bench, had a great one with 12 points and 12 rebounds, added 2 steals and a block. If there's a back-to-back, I would straight him until Peyton Watson came back. Spencer Jones, who's been getting the star job, not really doing anything. Tim Hardaway Jr. also not doing much. Cameron Johnson, he had a good stretch, but now he goes 2 for 10. It's just hard for him to find his rhythm. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Like when you play with Jokic, you get a lot of open shots, but he's just not hitting them. So I think Denver's got to find a way, or maybe he's got to figure out a way how to get in rhythm or how to play within the system. Know when the ball is coming to you, right? Yeah, and when Aaron Gordon was playing, he was struggling even worse, right? I mean, he struggled here, but at least there were a couple games he played well when he touched the ball a little bit more. The next game is the Dallas Mavericks. They lost to the Sixers on the road. AD, 24 points, 15 rebounds, and a block. That's good enough, in my opinion. He's getting the minutes. The concern with this team is, are they going to... AD on the season, he's still ranked pretty low because of the 23rd. He should be top 10, no problem. The numbers is going to come in. I think he played a lot of games with super low minutes, only averaging 20, right? That's going to go up, right? I think the blocks would go up a little bit. The free throw, he's only shooting 71%. So there's still rooms to go up. I'm just looking at the names, Trey Murphy is ranked ahead. If I can do Austin Reeves for 80 straight up, I also would do that, especially with Austin Reeves kind of, with all the guys back and healthy. Mavericks, they're the 11th seed, so they're there, right? They're not just gonna start tanking, and I think now you got AD back. Cooper Flag is getting better. Like Mavericks gonna be competitive when it comes to getting to that top 10 in the West. PJ Washington had 15 points, 8 rebounds, and RJ Marshall again 22 points. RJ Marshall is just super solid. Another great game here. And Reem Nemhard played 26 minutes. If you need assists and threes, I think you could have him. He's up and down. But Cooper Flag, I would say he's been playing better and better. He dropped 40 points the other night, right? On the season, he is still just a 65th ranked player. But yeah, he has shown us like he can do everything. 19 points, 6 rebounds, 3.5 assists with those defensive stats. So, he's getting better every day. For the 76ers, they rested Joel Embiid and Paul George. So Tyrese Maxey, it's a pretty safe bet that Embiid and Paul George are out. Like Maxey gonna get 30, especially if he's well rested. I think this is a back-to-back game for him too. 38 points, 5 threes, took 31 shots. Just look at the usage. VJ Edgecombe also played well, 26 points, but no defensive stats and 3 threes. They have Jeremy McKinn came off the bench, played more minutes than Quentin Grimes actually. So Jeremy McKinn could be a stream, right, when Paul George or Embiid are out. Embiid is out every 3. He only plays 1 game out of 3 games. So Andre Drummond should have good enough value most of the time. Only 12 rebounds here, and he only played 23 minutes. And Dominique Barlow played 30 minutes. Yeah, he has had a lot of great games. And sometimes they just play him at the center spot. He's a 133rd ranked player, but I think, he has good efficiency across the board. So if you need a guy, needs some defense, some rebounds, right, won't hurt you anywhere. Like, yeah, he could be a guy. Especially same situation happens again with Paul George and Embiid out, which is quite often. Bona also got 24 minutes, had a steal and a block at 8. Yeah, he's also another guy. Like, he gets more blocks than Drummond. Drummond gets more rebounds. Quentin Grimes, not the best game, but he's remained to be a must roster. The next one, the Celtics, they just keep doing this. They keep winning. They beat Raptors on the road, which is impressive. The Raptors, this year, after this win, the Celtics is top 3 already in the East. Jesus. And Derrick White goes 5 for 20. That's fine because PP went off with 33 points, 10 assists. This year, he's been so up and down. This is a good game for him to kind of get some confidence back. I'm still confident. Like Peyton Pritchard should have more games like this. The frequency, I mean, he's still, he's not gonna average 25 points, but he should be averaging over 20. And games like this would happen more. 10 assists is also pretty good. Nemias went 7 for 7. He's a must roster. Jordan Walsh only played 12 minutes because, oh my God, Hugo Boss Gonzalez played 28 minutes out of nowhere. I don't think we need to worry about him in fantasy leagues. Same thing with Gaza. I mean, but my goodness, this guy is plus 37. The bench really helped them to win this game. And same thing with Gaza. He's a plus 22. I think it's just one off. Sam Hauser got the start, only 6 points, not really doing much. It's good. It's a good win though. Freddie Simons played 26 minutes, had 15 points. But even with Jaylen Brown out, Freddie Simons is, he only gets 26 minutes anyway, and only 15 points. For the Toronto Raptors, Brandon Ingram 24 points and 3 threes and a block, 7 assists. Brandon Ingram has been very consistent this year, getting the points, and he's getting a lot more defensive stats this year on this Raptors team. But his rank he's only 102nd ranked player. One of the reasons is just too many turnovers. 3 turnovers. The efficiency is okay. 0.9 steals. That's honestly better, really pretty good for him. 0.6 blocks, 22 points. Yeah, the problem is just, points is really good. Points really stands out, but everything else is like, doesn't really. He's the type of guy that won't hurt you anywhere, but nothing really stands out. 1.8 threes is also okay. But, in the modern NBA, hit 1.8 threes is not even that much. Emmanuel Quickly, my goodness, it goes 1 for 12, 7 assists, a steal and a block. He's disappointing. But I forgot where people are drafting him this year. Last year, he was getting drafted in the 4th round, which was, he wasn't going to do that, even though, on the Raptors, in theory, he's getting a lot of minutes. But just some other guys, like, Scotty here, 12.6 assists and 2 blocks. That's good enough. But yeah, Celtics is not a team that's going to give you a lot of defensive stats. Sandro got the start because Pirtle was out. Really good. 6 threes, 24 points. He could be a great stream for a big man if you're looking for some threes, right? And then also rebounds. A little bit blocks. Moving on to the next game, we have the Indiana Pacers losing to the Pelicans. Yeah, they can't beat anybody. They can only beat really bad teams. The Pacers are pretty good at beating bad teams, although they are a really bad team themselves this year. They are the 14th in the East, and they lost 4 straight. I'll be really worried about Pascal Siakam. 22 points. He's still playing well, but I'll be really worried about him. Benedict Mathurin, horrible game here, minus 32. But, let's not do anything stupid. Let's hold on to him. Andrew Nembhard. Yeah, collectively, everybody just play horrible. And it's not like the Pelicans are known for their defense. Jay Huff also struggled with 5 fouls, but that's okay. He had 2 blocks. He remains a must roster. Just the roster just not good enough, I guess. I don't know how this team. Now looking back, I know they obviously don't have their best player, Tyrese Halliburton, and they don't have Miles Turner. But there's a reason these guys are not getting paid in the NBA. A lot of these guys, they're just not good. They have a good system. I'm sure Rich Carlisle implemented a good system, but at some point, right, they also were extremely lucky in their playoff run last year and went to 7 games with OKC. For the New Orleans Pelicans, Derek Queen, I love this guy. This game, the efficiency was crazy. 8 for 8, 17 points, 4 assists, 10 rebounds, and a steal, and hit 1 3. He's still not like had 4 fouls. This is a good game, but he's still very inconsistent. He's a rookie. He hasn't had one game where he just goes off across the board, like 12 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 steals, and 2 blocks, and 2 threes. That type of game. I'm still waiting for that. Herbert Jones played 12 minutes. The minutes were low across the board, and it's just weird. They have Zion Williamson and Jordan Poole came off the bench. Okay, Williamson had a great game. 29 points, 11 for 13 from the free throw line. It's pretty impressive in 23 minutes, but he just gotta play more games. Jordan Poole, he needs to be rostered, but 16 points, 1 3. If you're not pounding field goal and turnover with this guy, it's gonna be a pretty rough. And he keeps coming off the bench like this. But he did play 31 minutes. Sadiq Bey continues to impress. 18 points, 1 3, and 5 rebounds. I guess even with everybody back, he's still getting minutes, so he still have value. And Trey Murphy had 2 3, 17 points. Not the best game from Trey Murphy because guys were coming back. He still played 33 minutes. But a great win by the Pelicans. Moving on to the next one. Detroit Pistons, they're beating the back teams. They're supposed to, remain the first team in the East. Knuppel hit 4 threes, 19 points. Yeah, he was Rookie of the Year until Cooper Flag started dropping 40 points, which Knuppel is just not going to do. Because, he's playing with, a bunch of other guys on this team that it's hard for him to get 40. Otherwise, still very, very good. You probably picked up this guy on the waiver wire where Cooper Flag was getting drafted in the 3rd or 4th round. Miles Bridges, 19 points and 3 threes, look pretty empty. They have a pretty full, healthy squad. Brandon Miller, 1 steal and 2 blocks, could be better. And I don't know, LaMelo Ball just continues to be on the limited restriction, which is weird. But the good thing is, at least he's playing. He had 6 fouls, that's why he only played 23 minutes. But he has not been good. Here, the efficiency turnovers is crazy, but 6 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocks and 2 threes. Like, if you drafted this guy on the 3rd round, it's disappointing, but can't complain too much because you drafted him. All the risk. He's injury prone, right? They're not. Maybe they're gonna ease him back to this and playing him higher minutes. Hopefully, Ryan Kalkbrenner had a block, 7 rebounds, but not much else. It's typical game from him. Detroit. Kate Cunningham, 22 points, a triple-double, 10 rebounds, 10 assists. Kate Cunningham was dropping off. Like, he was going off for a little while. But now I think as more and more guys coming back, his usage is going to come down a little bit. He's still the number 1 option, but he should not, like, one game, when he had 40 points, he took like 40 field goal attempts. That should not happen. Duncan Robinson hit 4 threes and 15 points. That's good. Jalen Duren, 19 and 11. Jordan Dolan, the rebound is good, but that's it. And field goal. The guy just does not get defensive stats. No assists, no steals. Right? He's lacking in so many areas. I think it seems like he gets a lot of hype. So if you can trade him, he's a 64th ranked player. And the free throw, to be honest, is a big burden. 74% on 6 attempts. Right? That's hurting you quite a bit. But what else is hurting you is just, lack of assists, lack of threes. Really good rebounds and field goal, for sure. But I think maybe a lot of people might be overvaluing him a little bit. I think he's just a top 70, 80-ish type of player. Not really nothing special. Tobias Harris, 16 points and a steal and a block. That's fine. Oscar Thompson finally popped off with 3 steals and 4 blocks. 14 points. This is why we have him in just 25 minutes for games like this. But of course, most nights he's not doing this. He's not getting those defensive stats. Isaiah Storr came off the bench, also had a big game, 11 rebounds and 3 blocks. If you need blocks, he could be a great streamer. But again, they play Charlotte Hornets. You don't get to play Charlotte Hornets every day. The next one, the Grizzlies somehow lost to the Wizards. This is a really bad loss. And Santi Aldama's career night get ruined. Wizards, Alex Sarr came back, 18 points, 11 rebounds. That's fine, 2 threes. He might still be on the minute restriction. Only played 26 minutes. Middleton was pretty horrible. They are starting Bob Carrington. So if you want to roster him, he's definitely not a must roster. But if you're looking for some assists, some threes, some points, sure. Right, he's playing a lot of minutes. And they're giving CJ McCollum 40 because they're trying to win this game for some reason. 28 points, 6 threes, that's good. But they got to stop giving the ball to CJ and just give the shots to Sarr, to Keyshawn George, who popped off as well. 28 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, still in the block, 3 threes. I love Keyshawn George's game. But too many games he gets in foul trouble, and too many games, the efficiencies wasn't there. But he's a great fantasy player for years to come because he can do everything. For the Grizzlies, they keep starting Brandon Clark. I guess just for fun. Play him 3 minutes, and give a lot of minutes to Jock Landale and Santi Aldama off the bench. Santi Aldama absolutely pop off. 37 points, 5 threes, 10 rebounds, 2 in block. I love Santi Aldama. It's just a lot of games he just doesn't get the usage. The point guards are not looking for him. Maybe that could be, if they give Cam Spencer, because they don't really have a true point guard. If they give Cam Spencer, I feel like he was a great passer. 11 assists here right away. Cam Spencer needs to be rostered. They got to get this guy more minutes, even with Ja Morant back. And who knows, if Ja, given everything that's going on with him, maybe he gets traded. But Cam Spencer, let's roster him. And Santi Aldama, let's also, if you want on waiver wire, roster him. But to be honest, Santi Aldama, most nights, he's obviously not going to do this, but just 10 points and 5 rebounds, that type of game, but efficient. Cedric Howard played okay. I think he remains to be a must roster. Not a must roster, but he needs to be rostered. Jerry Jackson Jr. had 2 steals and 22 points. That's also decent, but just lack of blocks is killing me. Just doesn't get blocks. And Jock Landale, if you want to stream him, yes. Zach AD is still month out. So, yeah. Cam Spencer, great. 4 threes, 11 assists. Yeah, what else I got to say about this man? If he gets 30 minutes a night, watch out. He could definitely be a top 50 player. But I doubt he's going to get that. Because there's just so many guys out. But if he continues to play well, they kind of have to play him more minutes. The next one, this is a big win by the Warriors. Big win. They were down. Draymond Green got ejected. Everything's not looking good for the Warriors. So games like this kind of really help with the team morale. Devin Booker, maybe the time off helped him. Big game here. 38 points, 3 steals, and 2 blocks. 5 assists as well with 2 threes. Probably the best game by Devin Booker this year. 38 points. So that's good. I mean, he's a guy that we drafted in the first round. He hasn't played like one. He hasn't even played like a second round player. He was struggling with his shot. This game, it's not like he shot the ball that well either. But yeah, Gillespie, he had some altercation with Draymond. I don't know if he had. Draymond just pushed him, and Draymond got ejected. But he also need to be rostered. until Jalen Green, whenever he comes back, right? Then Gillespie started losing minutes. 2 threes, 3 steals, 4 assists, 16 points. Really solid. Really, really solid player. Mark Williams only 18 minutes because you're playing the Golden State Warriors. They have you out guarding Steph Curry. You might struggle. Royce O'Neal hit 1 3, not a must roster, but definitely 3-AD stream guy. And Dylan Brooks continues to play well. 22 points on just 11 shots, 3 threes. Offensively he's having a really good year. So with Mark Williams only play 18 minutes, Iguodala played 30 minutes off the bench, but I think it's not going to be a trend moving forward. It's just one game where he's probably faster. I mean, Mark Williams was a -15, he was a +9. So for this specific matchup, it's better to play him. I don't see him playing 20 minutes every night, 29 minutes. Jordan Goodwin hit 3 threes, he's just a streamer. For the Warriors, Steph Curry, at this age, he's still carrying the team. 28 points, 4 threes, 6 assists, pretty good. Podziemski now came off the bench, which I think is the right choice. I think clearly I get Steve Kerr because Podziemski is a smart player. Yeah, like when you watch him play, clearly like the decision making, right? He's trying to make the right play a lot of the times, unlike Kuminga from time to time. But from a talent perspective, he's just not that talented. He's not the best shooter either. So, yeah, but he still played 30 minutes off the bench. Moody just inconsistent. I don't know if Warriors just really had, because they picked Moody pretty high. They also got Kuminga. Is it because they're not developed the right way on this team? Because you have to play with Steph Curry? Because you kind of, the whole team, right? Your role is, you don't really get to develop when you play next to Steph Curry. But I don't know. Maybe those guys are just not good. We'll see if these guys get traded and how they would do the rest of their career. Draymond gets ejected, yes, we know. So the numbers were pretty low across the board. He was having a great game before ejection. Quinton Post, we could stream him for some threes. He takes a lot of threes. Jimmy Butler also had a decent game, 25 points, 2 threes. But just no rebound, no assists. Pretty weird game from Jimmy. All right, moving on to the next game. We have not the last game. We got 3 more games. This game went to overtime. This game is wild. Magic, they put it up 128, 127. But Banchero, man. Paolo Banchero, he's a +1, but he's horrible. He was horrible. Especially like overtime and fourth quarter. He's not good. 9 assists good. He's doing a lot of playmaking. But when he tried to score in the fourth quarter, he just doesn't have it. And the mid-range, if I were the coach, I would be like, yeah, Banchero, you gotta stop doing those mid-range middies. You're not good at them. What percentage are you hitting those mid-ranges? And his shot doesn't even look that fluid. Don't really love his game at all. And his efficiency is horrible too. It shows it. 6 for 18 from the field, 10 for 15. 9 rebound is good, 10 blocks. You should give the ball to Anthony Black even. And to give it to Desmond Bain. Give it to when Franz Wagner come back, right? You let those guys be the engine. And you're like, if there's a play, right? Let the game come to you. But you should not be an ISO player. They should never do that. Desmond Bain great, 3 threes, 32 points, 2 steals and block. Yes, that's good. He's playing well. And good thing is, this year Banchero was out, now Wagner was out, so he's able to find usage. Anthony Black continues to play well. He's a must roster. 20 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. Although he almost cost him the game by fouling Keontae George in the end. When they were up by 3, and Keontae hits the 3, gets an end 1. Then the Jazz was up by 1, but good thing is they're able to make the one last basket. Tyus Jones got the start. Yeah, weird, but only play 18 minutes, so we don't need to worry about him too much. For the Jazz, Filipowski, I feel like he was trending really well. But then Yusuf Nurkic came back. It's hard to play both of these guys, I think. And now you also have Kevin Love off the bench, who had a great game with 32 points, 16 rebounds, 16 points. Let's not do anything with Kevin Love. Hit 4 threes as well. I think Filipowski should get more minutes. So if you want to roster him or continue holding, I think so. Just monitor a couple more games. Keontae George played 41 minutes, continued to be amazing. 2 threes. Didn't shoot the ball that well, but 27 points, 9 assists, 2 steals and block. Is he the most improved player? He was pretty bad last year. Really bad. He really worked on his game, I guess, last summer. Ace Bailey, 2 threes, 14 points. He's not a must roster, but if you need 3 and D, I guess you could stream him. Mikhail Leok had 5 threes, 23 points, 3-point streamer. His efficiency is insane, though. Really good 3-point shooter. And then off the bench, Isaiah Collier had 9 assists. If you need assists, he's always a guy. But that's about it. Moving on to the next one, the Kings. Yeah, I think that's it for the Kings. I'm really worried about Sabonis, but yeah, the Kings 6-22, literally the worst team in the West. 1-9 in their last 10. They're 6 games from the 10th seed right now. So in theory, right, they're not out of it, but my God, they only scored 93 points too. Shaedon Sharpe, big game, 23 points, shot the ball well. Danny Advia, 24 points, 11 assists, and 3 threes. Danny Advia continues just to put up monster numbers, and the minutes is super high for him too, 40 minutes. Chris Murray, actually it's the Murray brothers. Chris Murray, he got the start. Sure, like if you want to stream him for a couple games just to see how many minutes he gets, sure. Tamani finally started getting those steals, 4 steals and 4 threes. That's great. I think he's a must roster. And Donovan, he's going to be up and down, right? And Donovan had 14 rebounds. Wow, one of his best games in a while. But this year, his rookie year, he's getting crazy amount of blocks and rebounds. But now, when he actually became a starter, he doesn't get a lot of rebounds because I guess he was trying to block out the other team instead of grabbing the rebound himself. And also the blocks, he's just not as aggressive going for those blocks to avoid foul trouble. But Robert Williams he can come off the bench and just be as aggressive as he could. 2 steals and block is pretty good. Like if you need blocks, you can always stream Robert Williams. For the Kings, Keegan Murray, not the best game. Yeah, nobody played well. Russell Westbrook, 2 for 10, 3 for 6 from the line. 8 rebounds, 7 assists, 4 steals is really nice, but yeah, pretty brutal game. Zach LaVine was also out. DeMar DeRozan, 15 points. Oh my goodness. Shooter came off the bench, had 21 points, 6 assists. If you can't sell Dennis Shooter, you got to do it. With Zach LaVine out, you got to do it. Plus, I mean, he's probably going to get traded again before the deadline so the Kings can get some assets back and just start tanking. So if I got DeRozan, I'm really worried. I got Zach LaVine, I'll be worried. And I got a Sabonis, I would be really worried too. That means that, if they're really out of it, they're not going to rush back Sabonis. Sabonis probably still want to play, but yep. He's not going to get shut down if he's fully healthy, but they're going to take their time. Well, the next game, the Clippers, they had a meeting and they said, hey, we got 50-ish games. Let's go 35-20. That's their goal. If they go 35-20, they'll be 500. And I think if they do that, for sure, they'll be a top 10 seed. For sure. So, and, this game, it's like Lakers have a couple guys out, and Luka did not play in the second half. So LeBron went for 36 points, one of his best games. Well, definitely the best game this year after age 40. 2 steals and block, 3 threes, great. Wait, did he turn 30 or 40 yet? Or 39? But he's almost 40 anyway. Jake LaRivia, they're playing him big minutes. If Luka is going to be out, if Austin Reeves is out, we could stream him. And how about Marcus Smart? 1 for 12. That happens sometimes with Smart. If you need threes and assists and not worry about your field goal, like, yeah, I think they're still gonna play him. Jackson Hayes had 5 rebounds with Ayton out. Sure, like he could be a streaming option. Yeah, the Lakers team here, they really had a lot of injury. So even though Clippers got a win, it's not that impressive. But Kawhi played 41 minutes. My God. Something, if Kawhi is locked in like this, yeah, like, look, like he didn't shoot the ball well, but you can see he was aggressive, and the fact that he played 42 minutes, they're not losing this game. 3 steals and 2 blocks. But if it takes this much effort for them to just beat the Lakers team with basically no Luka, no Reeves, and no Ayton, still, I think the problem with them is still maybe defense. Right, they need to lock in on defense. John Collins needs to play better. He played really well here, plus 26. Zubac played only 10 minutes because he got hurt, but that's why they have Brook Lopez. Look, if you want some streaming options for blocks and threes, yeah, because Brook Lopez is gonna get some 20 to 25 minutes, or maybe the Clippers they go small. Let's see, maybe it works out for them. Chris Dunn, not the best game at Harden, also struggled offensively, but 21 points, 10 assists, 5 for 6 is good enough, and 2 steals. Yeah, let's see how Clippers respond the next couple games. Let's say, guys, I'll see you tomorrow.